Hey, what's good everybody? My name is Daedra and I want to teach everybody, all my friends, how to play VGC, how to grind to get to Master Ball tier, and what the heck everything is. So we're going to start with the basics, right? So we're going to start with items. What the frick is a good item? How do you know what item should be on a Pokemon, guys? What the heck's going on? No worries, I'm here to help you. So the first thing you should do is download Pokemon Showdown. It's going to be linked down below. Literally just Google Pokemon Showdown, it will come up. I promise you. All right. Now, once you get Pokemon Showdown, you can follow along with me, or you can just watch the video and do it after. But I'm going to pick a random Pokemon. So we'll play with Jirachi here. And we're going to look at the most popular items according to Showdown here. So we got the berries. So we'll go over the berries first. So berries are really good. I know Incineroar is really popular. You'll see it on Rotom a lot. You know, just really bulky Pokemon. Snorlax, for example. Basically what the popular berry does, like Agua berry, is it restores 33% of HP at 1/4 HP or less. So basically you get 33% more HP if you don't get one hit, right? So it could definitely change the tides of games. And since VGC format only allows you to have one of every single item, there are multiple items. So the berry will confuse you if your Pokemon's a minus special defense nature. So if we look over here, you know, and you have a lax nature, you'll get confused instead of actually healing. So you want to make sure that the nature correlates positively with the berry. So if I have a berry, you know, I want to make sure I don't have a negative defense nature. And same, you know, Mago berry, Wiki berry, and a bunch of cool stuff like that. So now we go over to the Assault Vest. The Assault Vest, my lord, is really, really good. And what it does is it makes the holder's special defense up by 1.5 times, but it can only select damaging moves. So if I have Jirachi here, or you know what, let's use a Tyranitar. Tyranitar, really dope Pokemon, pretty bulky. So we have a you know, max HP, max attack, and you know, it's weakened by a few things. We can buy water types, so we can buy fairy types, you know, steel types, I guess, and a bunch of crazy stuff. So Duraludon threatens it. You guys get the point. So we want to make sure that it has, you know, and those types generally in the format are special attackers. So we want it to have, you know, a high special attack. Well, yeah, give it an Assault Vest, right? Boom. And now the Assault Vest boosts the special defense by 1.5 times. So 121 times 1.5, and that is 181. That's right. So the Assault Vest could boost your special defense a lot. And if we actually go, you know, to a damage calculator here, boop, and we go to this, import, export, copy. So we'll do Sylveon default set, and this thing uses Hyper Voice. Okay. Tyranitar, it has a 5.9 chance to 2-hit KO. Let's take off the Assault Vest here. None. Guaranteed 2-hit KO. See? There you go. Beautiful. Assault Vest, very cool. That's right, gamers. Okay, actually, let's go back to the Assault Vest real quick. So the Assault Vest is really good, but if you're going to run a set with an Assault Vest, you want to make sure you're using all physical or attacking type moves, right? Because if I use, you know, Body Slam, Body Press, Crunch, those are all, you know, damaging moves. But if I use Protect, it won't work. I'll go into battle and I won't be able to actually select Protect. So yeah, you guys want to make sure you are running some cool stuff. And so instead of Protect, you know, I run Dragon Claw. Cool stuff. So yeah, now next we got the bands, or the choice items. So choice band, choice scarf, choice specs. It boosts the specific stat by 1.5 times, but you can't switch your moves. So if I have the choice band, which boosts my attack stat by 1.5 times, if we do some quick maths here, coronavirus. Okay, so 186. Oh god. And then times 1.5, that's doing 279 damage, gamers. So that's a lot of damage compared to 186. So pretty cool stuff. But I'll only be able to use Crunch or Body Slam, Body Press, or Dragon Claw. You know what I mean? So I can't change my item. Choice Scarf is really good too. You know a popular item or Pokemon that uses Choice Scarf? Dracovish. Dracovish has an ability called Strong Jaw. That's cool. And then it has the Vicious Rend that doubles the power if it moves first. So people really want to optimize this thing's speed and make it a speedy boy. So you know, they boost the nature. They boost the nature. Jolly, you know, boost the attack, and they want to make sure, you know, it moves first. So they give it the choice scarf, and now this thing will outspeed everything. So by default it's 139. 139 times 1.5, boom, 208.5. Okay, nothing is outspeeding this thing at 208 speed. Let's see. Ninjask, I guess. Ninjask outspeeding this thing? Yes. Okay, Ninjask is outspeeding it, but I've never seen a Ninjask in my life in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So besides Ninjask, all right, as long as you're not running Ninjask, you should be good. Yeah, it should be all right. So that's when you'll run Choice Scarf, you know. Or if you just have a slower Pokemon that you want to move first, you don't see it really a lot. Maybe like Rotom and stuff too. It's all right. And then Choice Specs, same thing as Choice Band. It's just for, you know, special moves. So yeah, you know. What's a cool Pokemon? Mewtwo. Mewtwo, and we'll give it Choice Specs. That sounds scary. We boost this thing, you know. So plus, and then minus, give it a modest nature real quick. So 252, so 226, so 226 special attack, and then 226 times 1.5, boom, 339 damage Mewtwo can do to you, which is very scary. So yeah, that's the Choice Specs. Let's see what else we got. Eviolite. Ooh, very cool item. So what the Eviolite does is, if the holder species can evolve, its defense and special defense are 1.5 times. So you'll see things like Corsola, Corsola, excuse me, run this thing. God dang it, Corsola. Corsola runs this thing, and then you give it a Eviolite, so Eviolite. And yeah, now it has crazy defense, so that gets boosted up a lot. You see things like Mr. Mime Galar will commonly run out in a Eviolite, so special defense 65, get a Eviolite. Dusclops, my favorite, the GOAT Dusclops. Eviolite, really good item, but you know, you can't put an Eviolite on a Venusaur, right? So Venusaur, you know, it's a final stage Pokemon. It cannot evolve. Venusaur does not evolve, so an Eviolite does not make sense. That's a waste. You'd have to put it on an Ivysaur or a Bulbasaur. So yeah, you know, or like a Clefairy. So Clefairy is cool because it has an ability called Friend Guard, which makes the allies receive 3/4 damage from other attacks. So you would probably want to run. There are instances where you would want to run a Eviolite Clefairy with, like, you know, Follow Me, Life Do, and a bunch of other shenanigans like that, just because of the Friend Guard ability. Whereas Clefable does not get Friend Guard at all. It gets Magic Guard. So yeah, there are instances where a Eviolite Pokemon is actually better, and the Eviolite Pokemon are always support Pokemon. You know what I mean? So yeah, cool stuff. But let's keep going. So we got the Eviolite, we got the Expert Belt. Pretty self-explanatory. The super effective attacks do 1.2 times damage, whatever. Berry, Focus Sash, really good. So Focus Sash, basically, if the Pokemon's one hit KO'd from a super powerful attack, the Pokemon will actually live with 1 damage. So popular Pokemon that like to hold this are Whimsicott. So Whimsicott has a cool ability called Prankster, and abilities actually, or moves, like status moves, go first. So things like Tailwind go first, what should we call it? Fake Tears. So just like, you know, not damaging moves go first, unless at a dark type Pokemon. But it's really, really frail, right? So it has pretty bad defense and special defense, honestly, and you get one shot. But Prankster, since it can move first, it can Tailwind, take a 1-hit KO move, live, and then have another turn to maybe Fake Tears, Singler, Dazzling Gleam, so it'll have a second shot. Venusaur is another really good one. So Venusaur, I like to run Venusaur with Focus Sash, oops, let's Focus Band, Sash, Focus Sash, and you know, just max it out real quick. And then this thing, no Sleep Powder, so you know, it gets 1-hit KO, but I can actually put the threat to sleep. Then Venusaur can live and just start killing and sweeping everything, since it's super fast. So yeah, it just depends. Same thing with Excadrill, but I think you guys get the point. Heavy duty boots, you just don't get hit from Stealth Rock and stuff. You'll never see these in doubles. Leftovers at the end of every turn. Holder restores 1/6 of max HP. It's all right. Overly bulky Pokemon generally use this. Things like Corviknight. I never seen a Corviknight run this, but Corviknight maybe. Ferrothorn, you know, Toxapex, but it usually uses Black Sludge, which is leftovers, but only for poison Pokemon. So, you know, Toxapex, you know, but Toxapex is extremely bulky, right? Like, look at this defense. Ferrothorn, same thing. Like, look at this bulk, man. Crazy Pokemon. So yeah, it generally will run the leftovers, and you won't really use it a lot. Berries are just better because, you know, you can restore 160 or max HP, but you're still going to get, you know, 2-hit KO'd, whereas a berry restores 33% of your max HP at one given time, so it's just more optimal. So another cool popular item, I think leftovers and life orb are definitely the most popular. Is the life orb. So life orb does 1.3 times damage compared to your regularness. So popular Pokemon that likes to use life orb is actually Dragapult, and then this Pokemon isn't powerful enough, so you boost your attack and you go crazy, and then you go to, you know, Dragon Claw, right? So then Dragon Claw has 80 power, so you do 80 times 1.3, boom, it's doing 104 instead of 80. And you got the Mental Herb. You won't see this a lot. Mental Herb's cool. Cures the holder of a track, Encore, Taunt. You won't really use this a lot, but it's self-explanatory. Holders 2-turn Power Herb. Holders 2-turn moves complete in 1 turn. So things like Solar Beam. I never seen this used before either. Rocky Helmet's cool. So contact moves. Attacker loses 1/6 of his max HP, so it's basically like they hit you, they lose HP, but only certain moves. So like, you know, moves that have punches in it, not like Solar Beams, because a beam, you know, they have to actually touch you. Like Heat Wave, no, it has to be like a contact move. Then we got a berry. Cool. So other popular items now. So there's the weakness policy. Weakness policy, super popular. If the holder is hit from a super effective attack, the attack and special attack are raised by 2 stages. So all right, so one stage is 1.5, but it actually you know, multiplies it all at once. So it would be 1.5 and then times 1.5, so it's going to be 2.25 you know, times increase to your attack, which can actually change the pace of a game. So Tyranitar is a Pokemon that likes to run this thing, you know, just because it has like a lot of weaknesses, being fairy, water, ground, steel, blah blah blah. You guys get the point. So you give it a weakness policy, you know, you max out this thing's HP, maybe, you know, boost its special defense. Probably not really, you probably just want to boost this thing's attack, to be honest. Give the rest of the EVs to special defense. Boom, they hit it, they try to take it down really quick, threatening. You know, you always want to use this on Dynamax Pokemon. Lapras and Rhyperior are good examples too, because they have a lot of weaknesses. And then they pop the weakness policy, boom, now you can just start sweeping and getting rid of the threats. Also, weakness policy, common Pokemon like the 3 I mentioned, Lapras, Rhyperior, Tyranitar. It's also good because you can run berries on these things. So if I run like a Lumberry or something on this thing, which will basically cure the Pokemon from confusion or sleeping, paralysis, burns, anything like that, Lumberry, I can keep a Lumberry and the people will assume that Tyranitar has a weakness policy and purposely won't hit it with special attack or super effective moves, and not kill it. And then they will realize, like, wait a minute, this thing had a Lumberry the whole time. This thing didn't even have a weakness policy, unless the Pokemon, of course, has an ability like Frisk. So the Pokemon has Frisk on switch in. This is the Pokemon identifies the held items. Then that would suck. But yeah. All right, so we can go over to Pikalytics though, and kind of let's see some popular items I can go over. So, oh, here a good one. So the Babiri Berry. So Babiri Berry. So you can see halves damage taken from super effective steel type attacks. So there's a berry for every single type of attack. So like there's a fairy nullifying berry, there's a water nullifying berry. You know, you name it, it's there. So it'll take, so if you're getting hit by a 60 damage attack, it's now 30 and then it consumes the berry, and it's only that one time. So that's a really good berry. Put it on things like Hatterene, you know, Togekiss in this case, and a bunch of cool stuff like that. Weakness policy, Razor Claw. It's for Razor Claw, boost the critical hit ratio. Same with Scope Lens. So Togekiss has an ability called Super Luck that boosts the critical hit ratio, and then you give it Scope Lens. So ability plus item makes it always hit critical hits. Very annoying. And then you have another HP berry. Let's see, Incineroar, HP berry. HP berry, HP berry, HP berry. Black glasses boost dark type attacks by I think 1.2 times. Safety goggles makes it so it doesn't get hit from things like sandstorm and stuff. Assault vest, we went over that. Air balloon's different, but it's still pretty good. Air balloon makes it so a Pokemon can't get hit by a ground type attack, any ground type attack, but as soon as like a move, like, so if I were to use, like, you know, Ember on Excadrill, it would pop the air balloon. So as soon as like a move is used on the Pokemon, the air balloon's popped. And then it can't get hit by ground attacks. But if I were to, like if I had a Tyranitar out and there was a Rhyperior on the other side and they use like a ground type move, like say they're gonna Earthquake it, I switch out into Excadrill, and then Excadrill will be immune to the Earthquake because of the air balloon, and that's a free switch in, and then Excadrill continue to sweep. And yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So let's see, Rotom Wash, Berries, and Life Orbs. We went over that. Dragapult, Choice Specs, Berries, Focus Sash. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. You guys get the point. Wide Lens makes it so moves are more accurate. Expert Belt, Focus Sash, Black Sludge. This is like leftovers, like I said, but for poison Pokemon. Is there? Oh, so this is a good one. So Flame Orb. Let's go over Flame Orb. So you want to use a Flame Orb on only really Conkeldurr or Pokemon with Guts. There are a few others if you look them up. Conkeldurr. So what the Flame Orb does is actually burn a Pokemon. So yeah, you're burning yourself. But you're like, what the heck? Why would you want to burn yourself? Well, Guts is an ability that if the Pokemon's status, its attack is 1.5 times. So it's basically like a choice band. But it's like, okay, why not just have a choice band? You're gonna get burned and take damage. Well, there's a few reasons. So with the Flame Orb and Flame Orb Guts, you can actually switch your moves, so you can have multiple moves. And Conkeldurr has a pretty diverse moveset, so you can have multiple moves and use them. You're not locked into one, and also you can't get put to sleep, poisoned, paralyzed, or anything like that because you're already burned. And once you have a status, you can't be overwritten. So that's really cool. So yeah, shout out Conkeldurr, really good Pokemon. Black Belt. I don't even know what the Black Belt really does, to be honest. Black Belt. Fighting type attacks have 1.2 times power. So I'm gonna assume that there's also one of these for like every single one as well as like plates. I think plates do the same thing, right? Plates. Yep. Boop 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 boop. So there's a plate for everything too. Oops, that's my desktop. Tyranitar. Weakness policy, like I said. Melodic. Leftovers. Berries. Blunder policy. Blunder policy is interesting. That's actually pretty cool to put it on Melodic. That's actually a good idea. So let's look up Blunder policy. Holder misses attack because of accuracy. Its speed raises by 2. So it could, so in hindsight, I'd actually like to have that on Venusaur. So Venusaur were to use Sleep Powder, it's a 75% accuracy. Venusaur freaking misses. It gets Blunder policy. The speed gets boosted, and now it can outspeed everything and try to use Sleep Powder again, and hopefully it'll hit it. So that's actually a pretty decent item, to be honest. I've never seen it used before though. Whimsicott. Eject button. Oh my god, yes. Let's talk about the eject button. Eject button. So the eject button is really cool. You'll see things like Sableye run it. So Sableye has a cool ability. It has Prankster as well, which we went over earlier. And then eject button. And what Sableye will do is actually use Trick, and then user switches its held item with the target. So Sableye will be holding the eject button. It'll give the eject button to, say, a Grimmsnarl, who usually holds like a Light Clay, which we'll go over in a second. And now Sableye takes a Light Clay and gives the eject button to Grimmsnarl, and say Grimmsnarl is going to Dynamax. Well, the eject button immediately switches out its ally when the Pokemon holding the eject button is hit. So if Sableye hits the Grimmsnarl holding an eject button when it Dynamaxes, or even when it's not, the Grimmsnarl is forced to go back into the party. So it's a Dynamax troll for sure. Shout out Wolfie. And I think Alpha Rad for making that popular. They were like the first ones to do it to Dynamax Pokemon, and it was hilarious. But yeah, Light Clay, that's another good item. So Light Clay makes Light Screen, Reflect, and Aura Reveal last 8 turns instead of 5. That's cool. So you have things like Lapras, so Lapras, Gmax Lapras, and then Gmax Resonance summons an Aura Reveal, and it's a move, which is freaking ridiculous. As well as you can use it for Reflect too, right? But like it's just good paired with Lapras. But if we look up Grimmsnarl, like we just mentioned, Light Clay, Grimmsnarl has Prankster, so it moves first, and it has Reflect and Light Screen, so it can put up screens and have physical damage and all that stuff for 5 turns, but now it's 8 turns. So that's some cool stuff. Red Card does the same thing. I think has the eject button. Let me see, actually. If a holder tries to hit, it's forced to switch, and Duraludon. So I think we really went over everything though. At least it's popular. Charcoal, it's like the Pixie Plate and the Expert Belt, just for fire type moves, boosted by 1.2 times, I believe. Snorlax. I think that's really it, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed. I just want to check. Heat Rock. Oh, okay, that's actually good. I'm actually glad I saw that. So there are the rocks too. So the Icy Rock is just like Light Clay, but with weather, and we're gonna have a weather guide as well. So if there's Sunny Day up, it'll go 8 turns instead of 5. You know, rain, icy. So you know, Torkoal likes the sun. It's gonna want, you know, sun to be up, I guess, for, you know, a bunch of turns. I never really see Torkoals run that. The only thing I really see even run a rock is whatchamacallit, Pellet Pepper, or Pelipper, excuse me, I'm an idiot. Drizzle, and then yeah, this will run a damp rock. So that's like the only time I really saw that. Polytoad back in the day ran it too. Shout out Polytoad, F in the chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Rocky Helmet, Gothic Tail. Yep, that's it. Okay, let me stop looking. I'm gonna go forever. There's so many. Mystical Water is just like Black Glasses, 1.2 times for waters. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna have more stuff like this for abilities, for Pokemon in the meta and stuff. I'm gonna go over Pikalytics. All and everything I use will be in the description. So I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you soon. Have a good one. Peace.